think?
What's up? We're back here at Common Sense with Matt Colvin.
Yes. And Jeremiah Stevens.
Here you go. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we went for the stars with this shit. If you couldn't tell already,
we're in a really chill mood.
We're in a chill mood, sure. And this Kraken spiced rum is definitely making it better.
And we are definitely sponsored by Kraken rum.
I wish we'd have a full mic set up by now. So we do have a second mic, but we're figuring out the technical bullshit with it. So we're testing out the new mic.
And soon, and very soon, both of our voices will sultrily pass through the airwaves into your ear holes.
Into the stratosphere, into the universe, where it belongs. So, as we did last week, I think we should start out by saying what we're thankful for. Jeremiah?
Woo-hoo. So I literally just got back from Brunswick, Georgia, my hometown. I got to see my family, and that's not just my family, but like my friends. I have a niece, Maggie Rose.
I didn't know this.
Yes. One of my good friends, best friends. He had his little baby girl, and we were like, I consider a lot of my friends back at home brothers, so
sure.
He was like, come meet your niece. I was like, I'll meet my niece. And then I got to hang out with a really good friend from high school. That was a lot of fun. Got to see another friend from high school. Hung out with each of my siblings kind of individually a little bit. So it was really nice. It was really cool. It was kind of like a reset into like this next week going in, because last week was kind of like a lot.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, oh, I can like think about the past and like its positivity, and then like get ready for the future and like what we're doing in life.
Yeah, it's always nice to kind of have that, like, you kind of get that homecoming before you
start doing the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm always doing something.
The next phase kicks off.
Yeah, like it was really nice. So like I still feel like come down of like it was a nice trip, and I drove 4 hours. I drove straight through. Like I didn't stop. Like coming back up here today,
it's nice to do. It's
nice to do that.
Like I'll stop for food or something, but I tend to like with gas. Like my car takes like 14 gallons, and apparently the fuel mileage in my car is fucking awesome.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm able to do like an entire trip, and I've still got like 40 miles of gas in there. So
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's nice because I can get the drive over with, and if I want to do shit the next day, I can just I can just go ahead and get gas and shit.
Yeah. What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for, I had a really great therapy session today, and it just helped. One of my biggest things is anxiety, and it was just like we talked about a couple different exercises to do. Like one thing she talked about was having, like, not just it's not so much removing yourself from the problem, but it's like you step back and kind of see, as she put it, you see the monster, and you look at it and you kind of take it in separate, like removed from it, and then you go in and you keep and like you deal with it. Yeah. It's almost like when you get an outside perspective, you see how like simple it is to deal with. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff to digest. I mean, I literally just came from there like before this, so But I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the fact that my girlfriend got her car. She finally has a car.
Awesome. Congratulations.
RAV4 hybrid.
Hell
she loves it. And shout out to my buddy Matt Lennon, who at Circle Infinity in New Jersey, and we were in Georgia, might add. So that he helped make that happen, and it's good. I'm just glad that like things are going the way they are, and I'm, like I said, just slowly chopping away at anxiety and hoping that, not hoping, but working to the point where it's not going to be that. Yeah, skeleton in my, not skeleton in my closet, but you get the boogeyman.
Pull you back.
Yeah,
to that darkness. Yeah.
So, I feel like we need to address. I know we did a video on this already at the time of this, but we do need to address. We saw Sonic
the Hedgehog. It was pretty great. I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Me too. Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Considering I thought it was going to be a dumpster fire. Yeah. It was a really nice, welcome breath of fresh air.
It was. It really was. It was really surreal watching it, because like I grew up playing Sonic 2, and like is like, oh shit, like this is like a part of my childhood. Like I finally
that was your first console, was a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, my first console. It was the very, very, very first video game I played was Sonic 2.
What?
Yeah. So like for me, it's like, God, I'm like watching this thing that I saw on a 2-bit screen when I was like 3 years old, in a 3D freaking 2020 like movie. Like what the hell?
And he looked great.
He looked really cool. It was so, oh my gosh.
The redesign is perfect.
It's amazing. I'm so glad they did that. I'm so glad they did that. I'm so glad they listened to the audiences. I feel like I know we talked about toxicity in fandoms.
Yeah. Oh
I
god.
feel like this
yeah.
was a healthy display of the strength of a fandom.
Yeah.
And the companies being able to actually listen and give the product to the people what they wanted.
I don't think it should be a thing that always happens, but it's definitely something where in this scenario it's just
yes, this scenario definitely worked.
When we were driving back, I mean, like Blue pulled up the old trailer and he's just like gagging and cringing in the back seat, and it's just like, yep. I mean, I looked at it when I got home that day. It was a week ago today that we recorded the podcast, but yeah, it was definitely a step up, and I can't wait to see whoever the brain... I think there's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he had a video where he shows you how to draw the Sonic. I think he's the one who did the redesign.
Okay.
I can't wait to see how he interprets everybody.
I'm really excited to see... There's just so many... The characters that we do see from Sonic's universe they look really cool.
The echidnas look fucking
amazing, and I'm so excited to see Knuckles on screen. We had a little surprise tease at the end. That was amazing. Like, that looked cool. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see what the world can bring us.
I want more slight spoilers, I guess. I want more of the owl character from the beginning. I thought she was beautifully designed, and I want to see more. And she's only in the movie for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was super short.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang, yeah, that was really quick.
It flew by.
That whole sequence
the movie
was
throws you into
2 minutes?
If that. Yeah. I think it was like, maybe even a minute.
Okay, it was really well done. Like, you got a lot of story within that 1 minute. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just love. Ooh, I have a guilty pleasure I want to talk about now.
Talk about it. Oh, it's unplugged. Never mind.
Yeah, that one's not plugged in.
Gotcha.
No, I'm not, because that needs to be a podcast episode. My love for Speed Racer, the movie, and how fucking phenomenal it is.
Let's watch it, because I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh!
I've seen clips.
Dude, you are so in for a ride. It's such a wonderful movie.
The visuals look amazing.
The visuals are amazing. It's all over the place. You should probably have a seizure, but you don't. But it's so good. It's like the first 7 minutes is the opening to a movie that gives so much backstory and character value to each other. Like, it's really, really good how much they got done in like 7 minutes, and it's such a wonderful. They set up everything, and then you just get thrown at everything else. It's so good. I
like quick setup. I do like, when they hold on things, but I do like when they just throw you into it too. Because
it's not a quick setup. Like, it's 7 minutes of just
7 minutes
backstory between the relationships between everybody, and it's really good. It just sets you into like, this is why everyone's here right now, and this is what's going down. Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
I'm trying to think of. I like going kind of back to it. Is like, I do like quick setup in movies where they just throw you into it.
Yeah.
I like, one thing I don't like is like when it's like, we're gonna show you something interesting. Then the movie does this, but it's like they show you something interesting, and then it's like 2 weeks earlier. I know Rick and Morty pokes at it too, but I like, just get me into it. But I did really like that they just throw you into the story and you just go.
You're run with it. Yeah.
What was it? You mentioned guilty pleasures. So I went to the comic store beforehand, Oxford Comics here in Atlanta, and I picked up one comic that's I'm following a series, and that I want us to do a segment at some point where it's us, like, we follow a comic, like we both find one and we just like, we're reading it.
I'd be down with that. Yeah. I'd be down with that.
It may be like one of those things where we can only do like once a month, depending on like when our issue comes out. But it's just like just a little fun thing. But I've been reading the DC He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse, which is basically Spider-Verse but with He-Man. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe fan. I watched the 2000s one when it was on TV when I was a kid.
Nice.
And then before they took it off Netflix, I binged. It
was on Netflix?
Well, not that one, but the original 80s series was on Netflix.
They took that off?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I think they took that and they took She-Ra off, but they have the new She-Ra, and then Kevin Smith's doing the fucking Masters of the Universe, which I'm excited for. But I watched the 2000s one, I really liked it. I got it for on DVD for Christmas a year ago.
Nice.
And so I'm big into that shit because it's just I don't know if you've ever seen The Toys That Made Us on Netflix. Have you?
No, I've not watched it yet.
It's really
Luke was telling me
good.
I should really watch it.
The He-Man episode for the first season, the He-Man episode is my favorite.
Nice.
Like the Star Wars one's great. All of them are great, but it's like the He-Man episode because it's literally like Mattel they're like, we need a story, we need characters, we need to make our own thing, and then that's what kids get into, and it's just like, shit, what do we do? And they pull it out of their asses essentially.
Nice.
It's amazing, but it's really funny. The art design behind it's really cool. And I've just been really into Masters of the Universe. So I started reading the DC series. This is issue 3 of 6. They had number 4. I was like, I could do that, or I could get one issue of a comic I really want to read, which is this, and then what I ended up doing, which is I got 2 issues of comics that are new to me completely.
Very nice.
So the first one of the new ones is Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme. This is like Marvel. Mark Waid wrote this too. Mark Waid, he's written, I think it's All-Star Superman, or it's Superman Birthright. Okay. I can't remember. I'm, again, cracking rum. But,
Kraken rum.
Yes.
Not crack and
Not
rum.
crack and
Kraken
rum.
rum.
Yes, like the fucking sea creature. But what was it? I love Doctor Strange because of the movie.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
you know, one of our friends, Christian Gaddy, he's one of the biggest Doctor Strange fans I know. He had me read The Oath. It's fucking awesome. So I just saw this, and I saw the cover for issue 3, and it looks like some shit out of Conan the Barbarian. I'm like, I want to see what gets me to that.
Nice.
So I got that. I've been told like Marvel stuff's kind of iffy right now, but the artwork looks
for a while now.
The artwork in this is great.
The artwork's amazing, but like Marvel comics have been iffy for a good couple years now.
Yeah, I've heard they got like super political and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other one I got, actually, I have a recommendation for you whenever you come over. We're at Jeremiah's place.
Yeah, this is the first time we're recording in my little sanctuary.
It's cool. It's cool. Now I get to experience perspectives.
Oh yeah, you do.
But what was it? I just read Batman White Knight. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you shit about it because I want you to just dive into it. Because even though there's a big thing on the back that sets up, it's like stuff that happens in the first like couple of pages.
Okay.
Going cold because I read it in one night.
Really?
It was so fucking good.
Okay,
like I couldn't put it down. It's like it's kind of like it's what's cool is it acknowledges various continuities of Batman in the sense that it's like they show like I'll tell you this: the Joker has like a room where it's like full of Batman merchandise, and it's stuff from the '89 movie, the animated series. Batflex Batmobile is in there. The Tumblr's in there. Oh yeah, and these Batmobiles are used in the like. So the Tumbler is in it. The fucking Adam West Batmobile is in it. Nice. It's really cool. The animated series one. It's really really good.
What's the name of this one?
It's Batman White Knight.
Okay.
What's cool is at the time of this recording, Toy Fair is going on. McFarlane just announced that they've got a White Knight, Batman, and Joker coming out, which I'm really excited about.
Nice.
But I picked up Batman: The Last Night on Earth. And it's by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, and they were the ones who had the New 52 Batman for years, and I heard that was like fantastic. Nice. I'm looking forward to reading that. It's the DC Black Label, which means they can do like raunchy, gritty, dark. Nice. They can say fuck or show a titty,
or two. We haven't decided yet.
But anyway,
okay, this is interesting as fuck.
See, I don't want to look at it yet. I'm just gonna like look at it when I read it.
All right. I'm just.
Does it look good?
It looks good.
It looks good.
I saw.
I love Greg Capullo's artwork.
I saw a few panels and I was like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" I would like to very much read this.
Yeah. Have you read Scott Snyder or Greg Capullo's Batman stuff?
No idea.
I will
because I haven't read many comics within more recent years.
I'll lend you Court of Owls. That's like the collection of the first couple of issues.
That's them.
It's fucking awesome.
I hear it's really good.
It's like a David Fincher movie, like Seven, but it's with Batman.
Nice.
It's fucking awesome.
That sounds amazing.
I really like it, and I've heard like the entire run is good. The one criticism I've heard is like Mr. Freeze is not really the most well handled, but it's just like if everything else is as good, it's like okay.
It should be okay.
It's comics. Someone new will take care. I know Tom King literally just finished a run on Batman recently. I haven't read it. He used to work for the CIA.
Oh,
so it's kind of cool to see like someone with like some inside writing comics.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I haven't read that, but I've heard good things. But yeah, have you? What's the last comic you read?
Dude, I'm actually in the process of reading Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. It's his follow up to Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm not too far into it. A friend of mine gave it to me to read. I need to finish it. It's interesting. I can't say much because I'm still like getting into everything that's going on. So like I'm here for the ride. The character's cool. The drawings are awesome. I just love the art style that Scott Pilgrim has. And so to see that with a female character is really cool. I love her hair because if y'all have seen me on Instagram, my hair is all in the place. And she has like
you do a lot of cool different things with
Thank you. And like she does like this like Sonic type thing with her hair. Or, like if I was drawing Sonic in a certain way, I would do that. And I was just like, I like this. It's really nice. And it's almost like thus far because she's like I think she's like 26 in the beginning of the book. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a slice of life, and I'm like 24, so it's like. Damn,
it's
like,
relevant.
Yeah, it's relevant, and I think that's maybe why I haven't continued reading it because it's so slice of life and like hits kind of home. Like, fuck, I kind of feel like this is gonna get like intense because like when I was a teenager, Scott Pilgrim was intense for me. So like I don't know, but I'm really excited about it. I really am. I just need to like sit down and finish reading it. I love Brian Lee O'Malley's work. It's really good.
I haven't read the comics, but I've definitely seen the artwork,
Yeah.
and I know they made a video game based.
They
off
do.
of
I
the
have it on
artwork.
my old PS4.
Is it
You
good?
can't get it. It's fucking amazing because you have
And
cheat
you
codes
can't get
in
it
too.
anymore?
You can't get it anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah, which is super stupid. So that's why I've never deleted it off my PS4 because they took it off the PlayStation Network, and they're just like,
Well, it's like that Silent Hill demo with Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
And then he said "fuck you" and made Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
So yeah,
I want to play Death Stranding. I really do.
I don't know anything about it. I've just seen the
about
trailers.
it.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I think
is
I'm gonna
this
play
shit?
it. And
It looks kind of like your King Kong poster.
Yeah, like I think I'm gonna play it and not know what the fuck's going on. Like whatever I
Probably.
do. But that's another game I can play. Hell yeah! I started playing a little bit of Star Wars, just a little bit. Luke started playing it the other day.
Jedi Fallen Order?
Fallen Order, and that was cool. It's hard. Like I was on normal and like
It's
a little challenging because the pairing I still haven't figured that out, and I learned how to parry in Assassin's Creed 2, and that was some bullshit. So I feel like the pairing should be better, and I maybe need to watch a video and see if I'm actually executing it and it doesn't do more than what I think it's supposed to do.
Well, that gives me a breath of fresh air because I thought I'm just terrible at video games.
And I'm an avid
so
gamer.
you're good.
And
You're good.
I'm an avid gamer. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So
Well, I have a question for
yes,
you.
I have an answer most likely.
What was it? Is there a game coming out anytime soon that you're anticipating?
Not really, and people will probably be mad because you have games like The Last of Us 2 coming out.
That's the only one I'm looking forward to
Like
this year.
I'm like it's cool, but like I played that game like 4 or 5 years after it came out because I was like whatever. It's a great game. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't on the hype train for it. I'm tired. I don't like the zombie stuff. Like, but I know it wasn't about the zombies. It's the relationship aspect of
and I like that they did
story.
a unique spin on the zombies.
Yes, and they
like
did.
it's not like it's like what's cool is that's an actual like the fungal thing. That's an actual thing that affects some animals.
Right.
And so the whole thought was it's like well, instead of it being rotting corpses and shit, what if we did the fungal thing? Like what if it jumped to humans?
Yeah.
And it's like that's terrifying.
Yeah, that is. It really
And
is.
it's I love that they're thinking outside the box, not just like, oh yeah, it's The Walking Dead.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what that game is like. I'm probably not gonna play it until like next year at some point.
I'm getting that shit day one.
I'm like, is there a game that I'm looking forward to? I don't think so. There's something else that's really huge coming out. Something I think comes out in March. No, not really. I'm like, I sound so like
gamer.
dead right now. I'm just like, like I want to play Call of Duty some more. Like I haven't played that much.
The new one?
The new one. I have it.
Because you liked it, right?
I enjoyed the story.
I've heard it's good.
Awesome. It's so good. It's like I cannot wait for Modern Warfare 2 in like 3 years. But it's so good.
At least they're taking their time and not just
Yes,
let's shovel
that's
it out
true.
in 2 years.
That's true. That is very true. But because they have all their companies, we're gonna get like 2 more shit Call of Duty games probably, and then finally come back to Modern Warfare.
It's always a rotation.
yeah.
with those.
It's with the 3 different studios.
I don't like that.
I
I
get it, but I don't like it either. Yeah, it's just like
People will wait for something good.
yeah, like fucking Grand Theft Auto, man. They have a game come out like once every generation.
For fucking real, I was just thinking about because Grand Theft Auto 5 was like 2015.
Yeah, I was at AWA, Anime Week in Atlanta. I literally left AWA to go to a GameStop to pick up a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. And then, like, I mean, how much can you really play that? I'm surprised people are still playing it. I mean, like, I don't play online, like the Grand Theft Auto Online. But
I do.
Like, okay, do you enjoy it? Like, cause
See,
it
I
got
haven't played
hard
the
for
story
me.
mode. I haven't played the story mode at all. Like my friend was just like, "It's ridiculous on sale. Get it. Let's do online." And my character's Revy.
Okay, nice.
Totally Revy. Like it. I need to send you pictures.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. It's weird because I am trying to figure out. I'm doing it on PC, so it's kind of
Okay.
hard to figure out. Like like there's certain points where it's like I want the mouse and keyboard for like aiming and shit, but then it's like I cannot drive. I
Yeah.
can't drive. Period. Well, with video games, but it's like I need a controller for that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. I need to play the story mode though.
It's fun.
I've heard 4 is the best story.
Dude, 444. I think
Nico.
4 is apparently the best story. I never played that one really. I never played the story really. I don't ever play Call of Duty. I don't ever play Grand Theft Auto for story. Like as much as it's there, I'm just like I just want to do stupid shit.
I just want to
on my
mod the
own.
fuck out
Like,
of it.
Yeah, it's such a great series, but they take their time. Like Modern
Well,
Warfare 2.
how long did it take for fucking Red Dead Redemption 2? It just came
Fuck.
out like a year ago.
A year ago, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that I don't even remember the last time the first one came out. Jesus.
It was 2010. I was in
damn.
high school.
Oh damn. Yeah. So like
Took him 10 years. Pretty much 10 years.
But I don't know. I don't think I'm looking forward to anything really. I know what I'm looking forward to. What? The rest of the freaking Smash Brothers characters. Why the fuck do we
Aren't they releasing them over 2
years? Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just for longevity, but like people are gonna keep playing that game for forever because it's the last game. I don't know.
It's the last game.
Yeah, it's the last Smash Brothers game ever. That's what they said. Because that's what the dude that created is leaving the company.
They'll make another one with.
I hope they don't. But I hope they do something within that's very. They should. Yeah, you're right.
They're going to. I mean,
but if they do that, they need to just get every character from literally everything.
Yeah.
Because at that point, there's no point in doing it. And I'm really curious as to see who we're gonna get. That's what I want to know. Like making us.
So they haven't said who the characters are.
No one knows shit. And it's just like cool. Let's just hope it's not fucking Byleth number 18. Because we have fucking 75 Fire Emblem characters in one stupid game.
I don't know anything about Fire Emblem.
Nobody does. I mean, people actually do play Fire Emblem. I'm not trying to offend anybody. But, like, Jesus.
Fuck people.
Like, you don't need 17. And, like, 3 of them do the same freaking thing. Chrom and Roy are basically the same character with slight variations in different up A or up B. I'm sounding really gamer geek. I sound really gamer geek right now.
No, you got me excited because you said Chrom, and I'm thinking the god from fucking the Conan universe.
Oh yeah, no.
You still haven't seen the Schwarzenegger movie.
I haven't. We need to
fix that.
We need to fix that. I don't know. I just like literally got transported back to last year when we were playing
Exiles
Online. That was a good time. I wish we had like video recorded all that. Because that was like, or like the video game, not like us. But like that was early, and like
I was about to say I'm sitting there in boxers in a fucking ratty ass t-shirt, just chomping on chips and beer the whole time.
I was definitely in my boxers most of the time. No, that was a good. I love last summer. That was great. Last summer was pretty cool.
I wanna I kind of like to throw my 2 cents in. Really, the only game I'm looking forward to is Last of Us 2.
Nice. Yeah.
Just because I played the game when it came out. I had my jaw surgery, so I graduated from. I didn't play it immediately when it came out. I did play BioShock though.
Okay.
Infinite's amazing.
Everyone says Infinite's amazing.
I just love that franchise so fucking much. And when we move, like I'm gonna have an entire shelf devoted to like Big Daddies and Little Sisters and the characters from Infinite too.
Yeah.
I've got a statue of Elizabeth, but what was it? The really like I played Last of Us 2 that summer. I just graduated. I had jaw surgery, so I was basically bedridden for 2 weeks, or actually 6 weeks for the recovery and shit. So I was just like, okay. And I tried to play it once when I was still on the painkillers, and I was like, this isn't gonna happen right now because it's too intense for that.
Yeah.
But I ended up picking it up later, and it's one of my all-time favorite games. Like 2 of my all-time favorite games came out the same year, and that's weird as fuck to me.
Oh yeah.
With Infinite and that, but I was having this discussion with a couple friends last night. It's like, it's not that I dislike video games. I'm just not as passionate about like, oh yeah, it's not like, back when the Halo 3 came out, when everybody was pre-ordering it, there was only like a limited amount of copies that were going to be in your town, so you had to make sure you got one. There wasn't the thrill behind it. It's like, now it's like, just go on Amazon and pre-order it.
See, well, this is also something I wanted to talk about was E3 a little bit, because the guy that's been there for the last 25 years, he's not going. This will be the first year he's not going. The host, yeah, the host.
Really? I know there was a host.
I can't remember his name. I was trying to look it up. He basically was the host, but he like ran, like he didn't run anything. Like he was just like the face of E3.
Yeah.
And he was like really cool. Let me see, because I want to like if I'm gonna tell news, I want to like get it right,
Fuck you. Sorry, I just keep picking up all this random. What is this to?
That is to M'Baku's. That's M'Baku's like stick.
M'Baku, who's that?
That's the big dude. The in Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
He's
I forgot his name, but yeah, he stole the fucking movie for me.
He's good. He was actually like one of the better people.
Another word. I will feed you to my children.
I don't know how I feel about that part because they start going being niggers to the white man just to get the white man to shut up, and I was like, I get it's like we should be proud that they're being tribal and getting the white man to shut up. But they're also acting like fucking monkeys to get this white man to shut up.
Well, isn't their whole thing like gorillas?
But they weren't wearing the fucking masks.
That's a good point. I just like the character because he's just like, he does not give a fuck.
Oh yeah, no, I love the character. Sorry, it's just that one point. I just thought of that one scene. I was like, what the fuck?
That's fair. Yeah. No, I didn't think about it that way. I'm just like, oh, he shut him up.
Yeah, and that's what it was. And that's what it very much was.
To my children thing got me.
I always like dive deeper into things when I don't need to.
No. Well, that's the conversation. Okay, say what you were gonna say again, because the fucking thing. Collect out.
So my thing with Black Panther, like I would love to do it now because I feel like I've gotten a little bit older, and like I have more views on the world and Black culture and people in general. So I'd love to do that because I think that would be really cool, and I think I have a better understanding of the cultural significance, but also not downplaying the.
Hold on. Keep going.
It looked like it was just. You shouldn't sacrifice quality for cultural significance.
No, I agree. It's
like,
definitely one of those
I've
things
got a better
where.
view on it now.
Well, when
like,
you told me
it.
your initial opinion about how you felt about the movie, because I saw the movie and I was just like, to me, it screamed Lion King to me, and that's like one of my favorite Disney movies.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
But like when you pointed this stuff out, I was just like, oh wow, yeah, I definitely see it, especially like with his arc in Civil War, how he's like amazing, and like he steals the movie, and you know, it's kind of almost like he's reduced to like a side character.
Yes.
And I didn't even think about that. And it's just like, I mean, mainly because for me, what overshadowed it was Lupita Nyong'o because Jesus fucking Christ, she's fine. But also because Killmonger was just amazing.
And I think that it's okay that I think you could have still Killmonger stealing the show and like having such a powerful that is necessary. But I think you should have
not the sacrifice of just the hero.
Yeah, not the expense of your hero because
Yeah.
you don't build anything for him to really want to become. Like,
Well, he's got everything. He has no challenges to overcome except you want the power of the Black Panther.
One of the things I will say is like the character is the character. He's a part of the Illuminati. Like he's not afraid because he knows what's going on, but he wears it with such like confidence and poise that by just removing him from the movie for like 2/3 of it is just like, I mean, all these other niggas are cool, but I wanted to see Black Panther. That's how it honestly feels. It's like, fuck all these other people. Like, I get there's your world building, but like,
and I like
you can do your world building with the motherfucker that's supposed to be in the movie. I paid a ticket to see this bitch do some cool shit.
Well, and not that this isn't necessarily the thing they should have done, but one thing, a version that they could have done is, you know, in The Dark Knight Rises after Bane breaks Batman's back and you see Bruce like in the fucking pit and he's training and shit. So it's like, yes, he's out of the mix, but it's like we cut back to him. We see him gaining strength and everything. Like something more like that, I think would have definitely. And
like even whenever he died, it was like, all right, cool. We know he's gonna come back. Like
I thought that was bullshit.
Yeah,
like, fuck you. This is his standalone movie.
Yeah, it's a standalone movie. Like you could and I don't
do
know.
that in the third one when everybody's like, oh shit.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's just kind of like, all right, this is fucking lazy. Like and like it made me really upset for the director.
Who's amazing, Ryan
Coogler. He's fucking amazing.
I still need to see Fruitvalization, but as a Rocky fan,
I need to watch Creed 2.
I need to watch Creed 2 also.
I need to watch Creed 2. I will not watch Fruitvalization.
Because he killed it with the first one. Because I was first like, they're going to do another Rocky. I'm like, wait, it's about Apollo Creed's son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really,
he like
really
fan
good.
fiction.
I was crying in that movie. It's so good. But Ryan Coogler, it's a disservice to him because he's such a wonderful director. But they edited that down to like some bullshit. And like he talked about having a 3-hour cut, and I was like,
"What?"
Yeah, he said there was a 3-hour cut, and I was like, "I want to watch that."
Hashtag release the Coogler cut.
Oh, nice. Hashtag release the Coogler cut, because like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not all these other niggas. Like, it's the best thing in the world. Black Panther won't shit. It was great for what it was, but it was not what it should have been, and we need to stop praising it as something that was the most amazing thing for the Black community because it wasn't.
Well, I thought like
just like Obama, fuck that nigga too.
Well, I mean, like for me, it's just like with it getting all the Oscar nominations is bullshit to me, especially effects because it had like that fight at the end was awful.
That was Oscar nominated.
Yes, and it. I mean, I think Blade Runner won, which it should have.
It should have,
or maybe it wasn't Blade. It's something else won that was infinitely more worthy. But it was just like, to me, that was just the Academy being like, oh
niggas,
yeah, let's
give him a prize,
pretty much. And I was just like, fuck you, give it to somebody because the award is worthy. Like I think what pissed me off was that if anything, Michael B. Jordan should have been nominated for Killmonger. And he didn't get nominated, and that's such fucking bullshit.
Like that's bullshit. Like he should have gotten nominated for best supporting actor.
It was amazing. I feel like what in terms of the quality of the performance and the way he played the character contrasts to the hero. He was very much like what Heath Ledger's Joker was to Christian Bale's Batman.
Absolutely.
And I almost wish, like, nothing against Ryan Coogler, I want to see like almost like a Christopher Nolan version of that movie.
I would love
because that would be amazing.
Yeah, I would love to watch a Christopher Nolan version of Black Panther. That would be amazing. I'd love that.
Of course, the suit would be apologetic, and the vehicles would be apologetic.
Hopefully, suit would look better than what we got in the movie. I hate that suit.
The Civil War suit.
The Civil War suit's amazing. It's so
you know
good.
who
It's
made
so
it?
sleek.
It's fucking Ironhead Studios, who did Affleck's suit for fucking Batman vs Superman,
you were
Wonder
telling me about
Woman's.
this.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
He did Thor's fucking helmet for the first Thor movie.
Nice.
It's funny because he also designed the fucking nipple costumes for Batman and
Did
Robin.
he really?
But they look good. I mean the
they
nipples
look
are
good without the
ridiculous, but it's like
nipples,
super
but yeah,
90s.
like,
But it's like Jose Fernandez and his team at Ironhead, they're fucking amazing.
Nice.
That actually, because I have already listened to it, but as a segue, let's put on our headphones because we had our first caller into the Common Sense Hotline.
Whoop, whoop, bling, bling.
If you ever want to call into the Common Sense Hotline, it's 770-609-9026. It'll ring a couple times and then go to voicemail. Just leave us a message. We'll play the message on the podcast and answer whatever questions or suggested topics you guys like bring up. So here's our first caller.
Hey, my name is Nathaniel. I'm from White Oak. I had a quick question. If you guys, or what you thought about, what we've been calling him now, Pattinson's Batsuit, I should say. I think it looks interesting, but there's a lot of hot controversy about it, and I honestly don't know why. Anyway, thank you.
So,
Thank you, Daniel,
a big
for
thing.
calling in.
Yeah, thank you for calling in. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
That's it's
That's
so
a great
cool.
question because a big thing dropped between podcasts, which was we now know what Robert Pattinson's Batsuit looks like. for the most part, not entirely.
I have so many things I'm going to throw into this. So you
Okay,
can enjoy.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
what were your initial thoughts from Matt Reeves' camera test?
It looks sleek as fuck. I literally thought of Arkham Knight Batman.
Very much.
And it's so sexy as fuck. Like, I am here for it. I am ready to just... I don't know what the controversy Daniel was mentioning. I hadn't seen any controversy about it. What were people saying?
Have you seen any of the pictures since then?
No. Are there more pictures?
Yes, I got them. Here, give me a second.
Research.
Because, well, it's what it is it's they're filming somewhere in Scotland, and there was a stunt guy who was on his motorcycle, and he's got it's basically like the full reveal of the suit. I think it looks cool because it's a combination of like the Arkham suit and what I just recommended to you, White Knight, like the really thin ears.
This right here?
No.
Okay,
Here, I'll
cool.
pull it up. But I think part of it is because it's a stunt costume, but the head just looks a little weird to me.
Is this right here?
Yeah.
That looks cool. What are you talking about?
Well, here
I see what you're saying. Like, so I would have gone for like an armored helmet, like an armored head, because everything else looks armored.
Well, my problem is it's not even so much that it's like whether it's armored or not. For me, it's just for me it peaked with Affleck's first suit in Batman vs Superman. It looks like the comic book, like it's straight out of The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
and that's my favorite incarnation where it's the short ears. He's kind of beefy. He's got the big fat bat symbol. So it's just like when the cowl doesn't look like that, it's like aw.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally. I'm trying to find. I have a couple of pictures that I saved.
I'll say I like it. I think it's fine. I mean, once you get your color grading and everything, it'll look cooler because you won't have all
And plus, you're not
the bright
seeing it through
light.
the camera's
Right,
lens.
yeah. Like, it's not... The shadow's gonna look nice. I think on screen it's
This
gonna
is
look really cool.
like that's the one I saw.
Yeah, no, that's freaking cool.
And everybody's bitching about the goggles. My thing with it is those are clearly for the stuntman driving in the rain. They're probably going to CGI that out. You can see that he's got tracking dots all over his face because they're going to do a face replacement.
Dots.
I like the bat motorcycle. It looks really
the
cool.
motorcycle looks really cool. I think it looks
motorcycle.
fine. I'm
No,
actually really
you know what I
excited
really
about it.
like?
And if they are goggles, make
Cool.
them bitches white.
Make them glow.
Make them fucking glow. I'm
Yes.
so down for that. That'd be amazing.
Did you see the arrows on his fucking arm?
I did. I'm like, who are you?
That's
Huntress?
fucking straight out of Court of Owls.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
And
very
so,
nice.
what I like is
are we getting a Court of Owls movie?
I don't know. Well, all the confirmed villains who are in it are Catwoman, the Riddler, and the Penguin.
Okay.
But there's rumors that there's other villains.
Nice.
Now I saw this from Cosplay Chris on YouTube, and he obviously said in his video, please take this with a grain of salt. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, but I want to throw this at you because I think you'll get excited.
Okay.
Is that's not his only suit in the movie. And the thing that he read was supposedly it's someone who's supposedly working on the production.
Okay.
And they said that's like, yes, that's the suit, that's their reveal, but the whole thing is that's his like it's kind of like, you know, Amazing Spider-Man, how he throws together his suit at the beginning. It's like that, and it gets fucked like like a third of the way into the movie.
Nice.
And so he then has the description was it's similar to Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit in Far From Home, where it's like the black stealth kind of thing, but it's armored and tactical and shit. So
I just want like a ninja James
That's what it
Patterson
sounds
Batman running around. Like that sounds dope.
I will say this: Robert Pattinson's fucking jawline is great.
Yeah,
for Batman.
I'm excited. Like it looks cool. I am very happy. I'm very excited. I don't know. I'm just like
I'm excited for the movie.
can this movie come out? Like that's where I'm at.
I don't
right
want to
now.
wait a year.
Yeah, I don't want to wait another year.
You know what's
like,
cool? The music that was in that is from the composer. In the teaser video that Matt Reeves did, that's from the composer.
The composer,
like Michael Giacchino, who's doing the music.
Oh yes,
he also did. Matt
I
Reeves
was like, I assumed. I thought I was like, wait, I would hope so.
He's done all the music for Matt Reeves movies.
Nice.
And he also did Doctor Strange, Spider-Man.
He did Speed Racer, the music for Speed Racer. He did. Yes,
didn't
and it's so beautiful, dude. You need to watch Speed Racer.
We will watch Speed
Everything
Racer.
goes back to Speed Racer.
But yeah, I'm just looking forward to this.
I
movie.
am. I think it looks fun. All those people need to shut up. Daniel.
Well, you've heard about the symbol, right?
No.
So in that suit that we saw, that's his like prototype suit. Let's just call it that, until we're told otherwise. So the bat symbol looks kind of funky, right? It was like to me, it looks like Arkham.
It looks Arkham. You can take it off.
But
almost.
the big rumor is that it's made from gun parts, and that they're gun parts from the gun that killed his parents.
That's kind of cool.
I think it's badass. Well, no, that's from the comics, because what he does is in the comics at one point he melts down the gun that Joe Chill used to shoot his parents, and he's like the very thing that changed my life forever will now protect, or broke my heart forever will now protect it.
Dude,
and he uses his
really
body
cool.
armor.
That's
I'm
really
like, that's
cool.
amazing.
Okay, that's really cool. I'm down.
One of my friends said it's like that super edgelord. I'm like, fuck you, Batman is the edgelord. He invented edgelord.
Yeah, he is. Like, okay, I'm down for that. That sounds cool.
But I like it because I'm a prone to the fat Batfleck logo. I like that the big bat.
Anything close to Arkham makes
Arkham,
me
that's
happy.
such a smart move.
Anything close to Arkham makes me happy.
There's only one nitpick I have, and it's literally just me. It's like I love that they did black and gray in Affleck suits.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that they're kind of just going straight back to black. I mean, granted, we don't know if this second suit thing is real. We don't know what it looks like. I'm kind of sick of all black because Michael Keaton's was all black. Val Kilmer's was all black. George Clooney's had a mix, but
I'm thinking about Batman the Animated Series, and that's probably one of my favorite.
It's gray and black.
Yeah. And I'm also really excited, like, the cape. Like, if the cape is fucking cool.
I bet the cape is... See, because they hadn't put the cape on. I'm assuming the cape is CG for that. It's probably safety.
And so that's why I'm like, I just want to... I think the cape...
Did you see the collar he has?
I did, yeah. I saw the...
I like that because it looks like something like Kevlar.
Yeah. And, he's a detective. He's a Batman. He's fucking going through the streets, knocking people out. People shooting at him. Like, it looks functional, and it looks sleek, and I like it. I want to make sure. I can't make sure. I just want to make. I want the cape to be beautiful. I want the cape to just. I
want it to be like rugged, like Affleck's cape.
But I want to get. You know how in animated series, whenever he'd stay in the shadows and you have like the cape all the way over him, and then he'd throw it out, and I want that. Like the Batman, the cartoon show where like Joker was black and he's fucking dope.
Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yes, I love the cape. The cape is its own character for me within Batman. And like I hope they really get that. It's almost like with Doctor Strange and his cape. Like
it's almost its own character. It
is like his is his own character, but for Batman, for me, it's kind of the same thing. So I'm excited to see it. I like the suit. I'm ready to see. I don't know. I'm just giving me a teaser trailer.
One of my favorite shots in The Dark Knight Rises is I think Batman standing on top of like the bridge or something, and his cape is just billowing in the wind, and it looks amazing. There's another shot in Batman v Superman when he's standing on top of like I think it's like one of those construction cranes. It's when he's got the rifle with the tracking on, which is Dark Knight Returns.
Super dope.
But it's like it's flowing. And I also like that like with his cape with Affleck's. It's first of all, it's leather, so it looks like really fucking worn. It looks like some fucking medieval shit. Yeah. And it's like something out of like Batman Damned and Batman Noel, which I forget the name of the artist. It's like Lee something. He's one of my favorite Batman artists. Like he's amazing, and I heard they did design Affleck's suit off of his artwork.
Really?
They like took him and Frank Miller and stuck it together. Gotcha. But what was it? I really like the fact that Affleck's cape, it's leather, it's old, it's worn, it's clearly seen some fucking damage. I like Christian Bale's like when he uses it and he can like glide with it. Oh my gosh, that was cool. I want more of that. Yes. Because what was cool in Arkham Knight, because I had the Affleck
Oh my gosh, no, dude.
You can fly with his cape, and it looks terrifying.
I need to download that game again.
Me too.
Because it's such
I need
a
to finish
good...
it.
You never finished it? Bro.
I know, well, because everybody spoiled all the fucking twist for me.
Bro, I don't even remember the twist, but it's so good. What was the twist?
Spoilers. Jason Todd is Arkham Knight.
Oh, I could have told you that from a mile away.
Me too.
But it's still good.
And also, well, there's another thing, but I won't.
And then there was the DLC for that.
I don't know the DLC, but I just know the ending of the game.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Cool. Happiness. Do you have all the stuff?
I think when I bought it came with everything, because I got it on Steam.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you should beat the game. It's good.
I'm going to beat the game.
Fun.
What was cool was it's like, you have to play as the Arkham suit, but then like mine came free with the Affleck DLC. So it was just like, okay, the moment I can change suits, I'm Batfleck.
And that's what I love about that game is you can like go through that game in all the suits, and you just see.
That was something they've always done. And
Yeah,
I love the Arkham series.
They're such good games.
I heard Rocksteady's supposedly doing a Superman.
Yeah, and that should be announced pretty soon. Whatever they're actually working on, because they've been working on it for like 4 or 5 years now, maybe a little bit longer than that.
I'm curious how you're going to do a Superman game, because I love the idea, but it's just like, how do you make a game out of basically a god?
Yeah, it's a modded game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And
then it's Superman, so like you can fight regular people by like he pulls his punches when he fights them. But then if you go up to like another like a super,
I want some fucking like Dragon Ball Z bullshit.
That's like, I think that's what you need.
Because one of the fucking the big Kryptonian in Man of Steel, the big dude that was like one of one of Zod's fucking Goonies. He's named Namek. Okay. After like Namek from fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Gotcha. Nice.
And they fight like Dragon Ball Z. So I'm like, everybody who shits on that movie, I'm like, fuck you, he gave him Dragon Ball Z powers.
Yeah, it's better than the freaking Dragon Ball Z movie, which is fucking racist piece of shit. Anyway.
But yeah, so that's our first call-in segment.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull my Google Doc and make sure, because we're kind of just free.
Yeah. Or do you want me to like stop being just chill?
No, I'm loving it. I'm just trying to think of shit. Not it.
I had an idea for a segment that I was.
Oh, please pitch it. Yeah.
Is the YouTube thing? Do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Because I have one that's not that. So I've been. We're still functioning around and finding out about like what we're gonna do for segments and such. But Matt and I both watch a lot of YouTube, and we both watch very different things. So I was like, we should just kind of like give a review of like something we've watched recently. And on my way home the other day, I stumbled across this. As I've gotten older, I've found out I love knowledge and history. And I don't know why, because I was never really like that type of kid when I was being homeschooled. But now I'm like, this is interesting. But I've been watching videos by Young Ya. No, not Young Ya. He's great. He's a gamer. By the Alternate History Hub. And Alternate History Hub has videos that are about like 10 to 20 minutes long, where they talk about different wars or different political figures and how
like historical
real people, awesome. And then what the world would have looked like if the things that they didn't happen or did happen, and back and forth. And it's really cool. I didn't learn shit about Napoleon when I was a kid. And so I listened to like the 30-minute video about like all the things that he did and like him becoming.
He was
emperor.
crazy, awesome.
He was fucking wild, dude. He was like doing the most. Like when they say you're doing the most, no, Napoleon was doing the most.
He was crazy as fuck.
Yeah, like, he thought he could fuck the world, and he did for the most part. And then it was like, stop fucking me. But Napoleon's crazy. But Alternate History Hub on YouTube has a lot of cool videos. They had one about the South, the war between the states. And there is a guy that wrote several books that took place in alternate history in real life. He wrote a book about alternate history of if the South won. So they were like talking about like how things would have worked up until like current day. So they go through like if the South had won, how would World War I and World War II look like? And then there would
they have been a thing? You think
it would have
still would have been a thing?
The World Wars would have been, because America wasn't necessarily influencing that. At least the first one. Yeah, we ended up coming into it.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, both of them. So like it still technically would have happened, should have happened, but because of a lot of the the communistic teachings and things, if slavery was still a thing, slaves would have been like, oh, we are hearing about this. we're gonna like kind of come under like the communistic type thing and then try and revolt. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. And I probably just jacked up all that. But
we'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, like, but Alternate History Hub has some really cool YouTube videos.
I love that kind of shit because
really
I've
cool.
watched stuff before of like if Germany won World War II.
Yeah.
Just because like, you know, it's like Man in the High Castle, that kind of shit. I'm always fascinated with that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, we would all be speaking German. Right
Yes.
And I'm just
but they really go through and
like Wolfenstein.
Really, yeah, like Wolfenstein. And so it's really cool. It's like 10 to 20 minute, 30 minute videos, but it's educational and also gets your creativity side going because it's like, what would have happened if this happened? And it's like, oh wow. And they've got a lot of really cool stuff. So that's what I've been watching. Alternate History Hub. Link will be in the description.
So I have an idea for the name for the segment.
Yes.
We just call it Common Sense YouTube Playlist or just a YouTube playlist.
Yeah, there we go. And then we could actually add on our YouTube channel a playlist of the show. Holy shit. Hell yeah.
Looking at
dope.
Breaking down doors,
Nice.
all that shit. It's funny because I didn't have a thought when you originally said it, but now I do. I was talking to you about this beforehand. So I've been a big fan of Joe Rogan since you and Lane got me onto it.
Nice.
And I am finding like all of his old stuff too. And there's one he did. I forget the guy's name. It's Trevor something. I'm not even gonna try because I won't butcher it. But he's a paleontologist. And He had him on there. I've listened to the full episode. The full episode is great. But he's a paleontologist, but he's not like what you would expect. Where it's like Alan Grant or Indiana Jones or some shit like that. No, he's like he's got a Cthulhu fucking jersey on.
What?
Part of his beard is dyed green. And he's got tattoos and everything. And, you know, I grew up, I'm big into paleontology.
Yeah.
I say that I'm not like by any means an expert on it, but it's just like what was cool was he named all these different like various species in the video, and I knew what the fuck they were.
Nice.
But because I wanted to be a paleontologist as a kid, but then I realized you have to do science and math, and I just wanted to know about dinosaurs and dig them up.
See, I wanted to be a scientist, but then I realized I had to know science and do math, and I was like, fuck all that.
It's like I just want to make shit float.
Yeah. Like, let me do the cool shit. I don't have to learn everything else.
I just want to dig shit out of a desert.
Yeah.
But what was cool was he had him on there, and he was talking about he basically showed him one of those like flat Earth motherfuckers videos where it was about like dinosaurs did not exist, and he's just like, I'm gonna play this video and like let's stop it whenever you want and like trigger you.
Yeah, I've seen that video. It's funny.
It's so funny because it's like like again, I'm used to like the very eloquently spoken, like, you know, it's nature documentary kind of National Geographic shit.
Yeah.
Paleontologist, and he's just like he's listening to this flat Earth fucker saying all this like fucking like fuck-witted shit-given bullshit, and which is something he says in the video too. And he just says, "Fuck you! No, that's a fucking lie, fucking asshole." And he's sitting there and he's drinking beer. He's like, "I'm glad I brought all these beers because I'm gonna need them." And he's just it's like 37 minutes long, but it's just like if you are one of those people who just enjoys watching like an actual person in the field rip apart someone who's just some asshole on the internet making a conspiracy video, you'll love it. Because I showed part of it to Ashley, and she's an optometrist and everything.
Yeah.
And so you get these, she's told me countless times about these fuckers who come in who think like, you know, if they meditate or if they use like, or if they, you know, essential oils or they burn incense or like, you know, fucking praise Gilgamesh, and they'll fucking somehow their eyes will not like get shitty. And she's like, no, fuck you. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's just a product. Like, okay, like the lenses in our eyes. When we're younger, they're like more flexible.
Yes.
But when we get older, they harden, and that's where like cataracts and like all this other shit comes from. She's probably gonna listen to this and butcher me for like saying it wrong, but it's like you know, basically your lenses harden, and that's what causes your vision problems, and that's literally just a byproduct of aging that has nothing to do with your health or whatever you do. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you get these people that come in and say that stuff, and she's just sitting there, like, tearing her hair out.
Yeah.
And so I showed her this. I'm like, I know you don't know paleontology, but watch this motherfucker, like, lose his shit over this jackass.
It's hilarious. It's so good.
There's so that. Good. And then another one I thought about, which I want you to see. You're familiar with Corridor Crew, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they just did another visual effects artist react, but guess who was on the couch with them?
I can tell you.
David F. Sandberg, who directed Shazam.
Really?
And they criticize Shazam, or they point out things in Shazam.
Did they really?
Yeah, but then they point out, like, they just talk about shit in general. It's a good episode. I'll always, like, I love Corridor.
Yeah, I'm so happy because I was learning how to do, what was it?
Effects.
Not effect. Oh, I mean, it was effects, but like 3D modeling and Blender.
I've never done Blender.
Dude, it's fun, but you need, like, if you're actually trying to make something, you need multiple people.
Well, that I've heard you need a tablet. I've got one, but I can't digitally draw. It's really fucking hard for me.
It was a lot, but I was doing that around the time they got onto the scene, so like they hold a special place in my heart because it was just like damn, like I'm doing computer generated stuff, they're doing computer generated stuff. I feel like I'm them.
So you love the Minecraft shit that they've done.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it, but like it's so cool. I love them. They do a lot of really cool special effects, and I want to see them do a big feature at some point.
I know Sam and Nico wrote and were producing a feature at one point. I don't know if it got off the ground.
I mean, even if they
know
just
how features go, it's like Sisyphus pushing.
Even
the
if they
fucking
do like effects for like a movie, like they don't have to even write their own. Just like I want to see them do the effects for it.
Another episode they had recently is they had one of the guys from Weta Workshop who did like Lord of the Rings. And he did the Avengers. They literally just got nominated for Endgame.
Nice,
And he talks about all this stuff. This New Zealand guy, and he talks a little bit all the stuff that they did for the past 20 years.
Nice.
And it's fun and it's awesome. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna just put corridor shit in the
Here you go.
links. But yeah, so one segment I don't necessarily have something in mind, but we can just spitball, and if it sucks, I'll cut it.
All right.
Ignorant.
Oh, okay.
I have something that I could use as a segue for this.
Okay.
So I saw a thing on Facebook recently.
Okay.
Where it's basically it was a thing where it was a bunch of tweets that have been screenshotted.
Yes.
And it was
first you should tell our audience what this session is, right?
This is ignorant.
This is ignorant, right? Tell them what ignorant is. I know we said it last episode, but we need to like clarify.
Well, what is ignorant?
Ignorant is us finding some ignorant motherfuckers on the internet, and we like this shit. No, it's us talking about shit.
It's finding the ignorant motherfuckers, but also asking honest questions.
Yes, because we also don't know. So it's like we're looking at ignorant people as we're being ignorant. Ignorant.
So this isn't necessarily the ignorant people, but it's just something I thought was funny, and it kind of plays into topics we talked about.
Absolutely.
It's basically it was a bunch of screenshotted tweets, and the hashtag was shit white people say.
Okay.
One of them, which I am very guilty of.
Yes.
And I will explain why I say this. is it's when you come in, like you come in to a room or something, or you come in the front door and you go knock knock. You say knock knock.
Knock knock. Okay.
Apparently that's a white people thing. I didn't realize that. It makes sense though. The reason I do is because like for example, today you told me to you had the door unlocked. You just said just come on in. I'm gonna be doing shit.
Yeah.
So of course I saw you in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. It's like I was gonna come in and probably say that mainly because I like to give some sort of indication.
It's like
I'm
a verbal yes. So I looking at it, shit white people say.
I want to know some shit you've heard.
I don't know. Like, I don't like because it doesn't faze me because I'm like always around so many different types of people.
Yeah.
I just like take it as like, oh, this is just something that people say. But no, I like that though. Like that to me makes sense because you're verbally announcing who you are. Because you can knock on a door and open it and walk in, and no one knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
like,
it's
especially if they're not looking at you. So like if you announce
or in another room.
Yeah, or in another room, and you're announcing yourself. I know not to come in and kill you because
I'm not some motherfucker breaking into your house.
Yeah, like you're expected just to be like. And you're walking in the door. It's like, knock, knock, it's so-and-so. So I get that. I don't know why white people do that, though. Maybe it's because they know they don't want to get shot, and black people just like getting shot, walking into people's homes.
I got dark really quickly. Another one was, and this is one, like, every member.
And also, that was a terrible joke. I do know that. It was not funny, but welcome to dark humor.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We can also just cut that part out.
Well, I'm gonna pause for no. What's included because I'm gonna pause for a second and say something that I'm stealing from Joe Rogan.
Okay.
I'm a stupid motherfucker. And if you're coming to our podcast to be
enlightened.
Yeah, to be enlightened other than just on nerdy shit or just for fun.
Yeah.
No. We are going to say stupid shit. We're going to say fun shit. And we're going to say dumbass shit just because it's fucking funny.
And it's hilarious.
And it's hilarious. Fun, yeah. And we're not, we're not social justice motherfuckers on this crap and we don't care about it.
We're just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing. That's been my, what's the word? Motto. That's been my motto for the last two weeks.
Just vibing.
Just vibing. Nice. So, shit white people say. What else? Hit me with another one.
This is one that my family is very guilty of saying. It's like they'll eat something or they'll start eating some chips or they'll try some chips and be like, that's dangerous.
Say it again?
Like, okay, you start eating some chips or whatever and they're like really good. And go, those are dangerous.
I hear a lot of white girls say that.
It's funny because that's mostly white women are saying that in my
Because,
family.
they're like, I shouldn't have this, but I'm going to go and have it anyway. It's dangerous. Like,
you sound like Jordan Peele when he does this fucking...
Oh,
God.
I can't even remember her name.
You know the character.
Yeah, I know the character you're thinking of. But no, it's just... It's just I guess it's just a cultural thing. People say shit. I'm very, very sure black women say it sometimes. I don't know. I think it's just acknowledging that something's like, oh, this can fuck. It's like you're drinking a shot of whiskey and you're like, oh, this shit gonna fuck me up. Because your body's like, this shit's gonna fuck you up. You're just reiterating.
Oh, you're drinking whiskey?
Or you're drinking whiskey. Yeah, you're just reiterating what's happening to you right now. I don't think it's a big deal. I think we're gonna find some that are like really good at some point. And just like, I'll be like, oh my God, that's so. But like
that, yeah. Like I said, that was just something I saw on Facebook at one point. I thought was interesting. Have you heard anything like of any, not necessarily white people say, but just stuff just that like, sticks out to people?
I don't know.
Right I
can't talk. For freaking, did you hear about Jim Carrey? He was in his interview for Sonic the Hedgehog, and the girl's like, what do you want on your bucket list? And she's like, what do you have left on your bucket list? And he was like, you, and she was like, hee hee ooh.
It was very clearly playful.
Yeah, and like
people are trying to cancel.
Yeah,
him.
like I don't know what
cancel
to say.
Culture.
Like, I don't know what to say. I'm just kind of like, is that sexual harassment? Like, no. Like what? Like,
I just saw it as one of those things where, like, if you watch the clip, it seems to me it's just like he just says it because he's just like. I
don't have a problem with it, but like,
well, I'm just saying like what I'm gathering from looking at it is it's just like he just playfully said something. She chuckles along with it, and then that's the end of it. It's not like he's like,
and he did. Well, he literally said, and that's it. And like if you watch the entire clip, he's like, you. Then she's like, hoo, 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 and he's like, and that's it. And she's like, I don't know how to feel about that. He's like, just own it, man. Like,
I didn't.
And then so that's the whole thing. And like then they just keep going, and it was like.
It sounds like just rolling with
jokes. It's literally just a fucking conversation.
Yeah.
It's a fucking conversation. People get flirty sometimes. Like, shit. He wasn't like, bitch, suck my dick or you ain't gonna be able to get your money from, like, doing this interview. Like, calm the fuck down. Shit. That's it. Fuck that. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of pissed off now. Shit.
What bugs me is, like this, the whole cancel culture thing really bothers me because it's one of those things where I kind of feel that way. I feel the way about that the same way I kind of feel about the death penalty. And here we are getting really fucking deep and serious
know how
shit.
I feel about the death penalty.
Well, I see it as one of those things where it's like, in a perfect world, in terms of like a justice system where it's like, okay, you're convicting a motherfucker who's fucked up and you need to just get off the street. Like, let's just say Joker or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, put that motherfucker on the electric chair.
So I'd be like, that man don't deserve to live. Hope it burn in hell. Like, I don't know. I'm just like,
but it's one of those things where it's like, but what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong?
Yeah, and I think that's
what if you just killed a man who did nothing?
But I mean, so many people die in airstrikes every day that no one cares about. Would anybody really care about that one person? You should probably cut that out because that's the dark shit that I like.
Well, no, I don't disagree with that. It's just one of those things where I think we have too many, and I think we need to take warning labels off of shit.
Then, so and calm the fuck down.
I'm saying my shit. It's like I think we need to take fucking warning labels off and let natural selection do its fucking job.
Holy shit.
I'm serious. Like, don't walk into traffic. You should fucking know that. If you walk into traffic and get hit by a bus, well, thinning out the fucking herd.
But what about the bus person that was looking at their phone? What if they were the one?
Well, that's one thing.
What if they're the one that should have died because of their lack of ability? They killed somebody else.
I'm just saying, if
you get to play the game of like, how does natural selection work depending on the circumstances?
I'm just saying.
I'm just fucking around.
There's a certain amount of common sense.
I'm trying to make you think. Like, this is fun.
No. I'm saying there's a certain amount of common sense that I feel like people should be. It's the name of our goddamn podcast. It's like there's a certain amount of common sense that people should just have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like when you're a kid, you're going to touch the stove or some shit at one point because you need to learn that lesson of that shit's hot and it's going to burn you. But after a certain point, it's like, don't drink coffee the moment McDonald's fucking hands it to you because that shit's going to be hot, fucking magmic. Jeez.
Damn, you on some science shit.
It's going to be fucking volcanic. But it's just like, I don't know. I just think, thin out the herd a little bit. I'm not saying I want people to die, but I'm just saying stupidity solves its own problems.
Yeah.
There's certain fucking animals that don't live because they're fucking stupid.
We're all living in Matt's zoo, watching us kill ourselves.
I'm Craven the Hunter, but but going back to the cancel culture thing, it's just like, okay, because my biggest problem is a lot of this shit happens with allegations.
Yeah,
What if you're wrong and you've just ruined some motherfucker's
Yeah.
entire life?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I'm not gonna name names. I know somebody who was affected by this kind of thing, and they were not in the wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because I know them. Like, they literally did nothing wrong, but the entire, I will say, community that basically came up or gathered against this person, and they just want a scapegoat for bullshit.
Yeah.
And their life has been completely ruined as a result.
Yeah.
And they had all this potential, they had all this wonderful stuff going on, and it's fucked. And I'm just like, that's cancel culture.
It's mob mentality. That's what it is.
It is mob mentality.
That's what we've become, and we love it because we have so much information that things bore us quickly. So how can we interact with the information to make something bigger and better?
And conflict fuels that fire.
Fuels everything, yeah. So if we can find something that gives us a high for like 3 days to talk about, and like we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Like, what is that doing to us as a people?
It's taking our humanity away.
It takes our humanity and it drives us to find the next thing to get mad about. And it finds us
outrage
the next
culture.
thing. And in that process, outrage culture, it all feeds into its one thing. And then as that culture grows and grows, you're just dropping bodies of people that had the potential to do different things. But because the culture was so aggressively trying to stay in the moral high ground, like...
It's like there always has to be a supervillain.
Yeah, and like sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's you.
It's great, yeah.
Sometimes you're the supervillain. Like, chill the fuck out. You're worried about this man flirting this girl in front of everybody. You probably should stop going to bars and like getting up in bitches' faces, or like talking down to niggas and they being nice to you. Like, you know what I mean? It goes both ways. Like, it's fucking weird, man. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But it's like, calm the fuck down.
And that's the other
Just
thing,
calm
is
the
it's
fuck
like,
down.
There was something in one of the Joe Rogan episodes I really appreciate, which is that I can't remember the question he asked, but some like deep question you don't need to answer immediately. And the guy said, hold on, I want to think about it. It may have been that paleontologist. It's all blurred together because I've basically been on a Joe Rogan binge the entire week. But he just sat there and was like, give me a second. And Joe Rogan just is like, thank you for like, I applaud you for like being smart enough to be like, I need a second to think about this. You're not just trying to spit stuff out. Yeah. I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
Like because I just feel like I need to say something just because that's my only opportunity. But it's just like, if you're talking with people who really respect you, they'll give you a moment.
One of the things that I've been doing a lot recently in my life, or not a lot recently, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, is when people ask me how I'm doing, I will literally stop and take inventory of how I'm doing emotionally, physically, like right in that moment. And so it'll be like, how are you doing? And it's somebody I may not even know that well, but it's like, how are you doing? I'll stop. I'm like, I'm actually doing okay. I'm not great. I'm kind of ready to go home. I'm a little tired, but I'm excited for this and like that. It's like 4 things right there.
You're honest.
But yeah, I'm honest, but all those 4 things are one thing of me. You know, like, all those 4 things comprise who I am.
Yeah.
And like, if we go into conversation, like I've given you options, or you can be like, okay, he needs like sleep and all this stuff. Like, I know this about him, so like next time I see him, maybe I'll give him a coffee. You know, like it just opens up endless possibilities. But it's not just that surface level bullshit where it's just like, I'm great.
Yeah, like that facade of like it's like that McDonald's drive-through kind of mentality of it's just like, how are you doing? I'm great. You know, you're just saying these programmed answers, but are you really fine, or do you like go home and cry in your shower and think about killing yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've been there.
Yeah,
and I didn't tell people about it.
And it's like it's
fucked up that we have to feel like society makes us feel like we have to hide that shit because it's like, oh yeah, we're all doing great. Everything is awesome.
Fun. But then you also have, I think, the bad side of it where we do have
like share too much.
I wouldn't even say too much, but there's a point where making people aware of something turns into, what's the word? Exploitation. Yeah. And like that's the only other thing to be careful for. And I think
that's like Twitter's entire thing, you know?
Yeah, that is literally their entire bullshit. And like it's just like, be aware of something and do things to counteract it or do things to promote it. But like at a certain point, it needs to be its own thing. Let it go. It'll continue to reach the people it's supposed to. I don't really know the analogy that I'm thinking of, but I don't know. This is just like the thought process right now.
Like the stream of consciousness.
Yeah, just like let it go, dude. Like I've put the energy forth into the thing so that it does what it needs to do. Now it's time for me to let go so it can continue to build on its own. It's like being a parent. Like, you came out my dick. I made sure you stayed alive to 18 years. Nigga, be gone. And like do your own shit.
That's a t-shirt. That's our next t-shirt right there.
And you put my face. Nigga be gone.
But you're bug-eyed. I have a kind of segueing a little bit. I have a genuine question for you.
Yes.
What has made you laugh this week? Because I'd like to make this a segment, and that's just something I got an idea from therapy today.
Nice.
Carolyn said, like, you know, when you're talking to people and they're telling you about their day, it's like, what's the funniest part of your day?
The funniest part has had to be the YouTube video that I watched with you and Levi both nights, last night and tonight. I don't know. It's just, it's something that I find funny. And when I find something like hilarious, I love being able to share it with people that I know will find it, because it's generally dark humor and it's terrible.
Dark humor is the best.
It's
like to me, it helps me. Like I did ask my therapist about this and making sure that I'm not just some fucked up sociopath who's gonna turn into the Joker. It's like she said no. It's like, as long as you have like a clear understanding of mental separation between the two, absolutely. That's all that matters. And that's why I laugh at fucked up shit that happens in like fucking South Park or Futurama or something, because it's like, because it's so absurd and so fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
But there's also that point of relatability. That's why you find it funny too. It's like, it's super absurd, but there's a point of relatability. What the fuck? You can find that point of relatability within whatever is that situation is, and putting yourself in that situation in a terrible way, but also seeing like kind of the funny side of it.
You mentioned something when I first got here that really stuck out to me. Is, I mean, you've talked about this before in previous episodes, how you are listening to a lot of like film music and symphonic stuff and orchestral stuff. And the thing you said when we were talking about when I walked in was, you said you love how emotional it was, and I fucking love that, because that's like my biggest thing, and this is just my over analytical weird mind when it comes to music, is it's like, if I'm listening to like a regular song where it's like, you know, a band or like a artist or something, and they're singing or rapping or whatever the fuck, it's like, I feel like I can't just like connect to the emotion. I have to like sit and think about what they're saying.
Lyrics, I'm very much a sonical person. I can't retain lyrics. I listen to music because of the sonic sounds and like
the emotions
behind it. So growing up with me, we did like this music program where we listened to nothing but like Mozart and like all the old guys, like Beethoven. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like
classical.
The classic, yes. So we listened to a lot of classical music, and so at some point, I think I was kind of getting tired of it. My mom was like, "Here's Jurassic Park soundtrack." We found it at a bookstore. That's what it was.
No shit.
We found the CD at a bookstore, and she was like, "It's a soundtrack. You should listen to it." And I was like, "Cool." So I listened to the soundtrack of Jurassic Park, and it's so beautiful. And that's before I'd seen the movie,
which is amazing to me.
Saw the movie. Also found Ian Morricone's phenomenal score, The Untouchables, on CD.
I need to see that movie.
It's phenomenal. I have it on Blu-ray. I'll let you take it home.
Okay.
We found that, and we listened to that album way before we saw the movie, because we were younger. We're like 8, 9.
Yeah, that's like a serious mafia movie.
So being exposed to these songs, it's nothing but that sonical sound. Like, there's no lyrics, and so not having seen those movies, I had to put what I thought was happening, and so it was very emotional. It's pulling. Good soundtracks pull you. They guide your emotions with whatever the flow is, whatever the scene.
Which is what they do in the scenes.
Which is what they do in the scenes, yeah. And so I just, like, now that I'm older and like I listen to a lot of everything. Like, I was listening to Coldplay today, and then I was listening to Kanye and Kendrick Lamar, and then
we gonna
the
be
Velvet
all right.
Team. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Who else? I was listening to just Plumtree. Like, it's all these different sounds, but even within their own sounds, there's feeling there that is separate from the lyrics. And some of the things that I hate are, well, one of the things I love is on Tyler the Creator's last album, he has a song called Gone Gone, Thank You. And so the first half of the song is Gone Gone. And the lyrics are super fucking sad, but the tone of the music is it's uplifting. So like, you have this duality of emotions going on at the same time, depending on how you're listening to the song, or you can take it and bring it together and you listen to it sonically and lyrically. And that, when you do that, it's just such a beautiful mix of the power of words and the power of music. Yeah. So I don't know. And like, a weird thing that I'll just pop up really quick is me and my friend from home, we were like listening to different music, and he's playing Chance the Rapper, and freaking Music Is All We Got. I was like, dude, you have to listen to Music Is All We Got. And like, I don't know, that has kind of been like, it's crazy. It's still the same weekend, but it's kind of been like music is all we got, because music can transpire through language, and it can transpire emotions. Like it can share what someone else is feeling. And if you listen to a soundtrack, it's impending doom, or it's the passion of love that's growing, or the calm stillness of life. A Quiet Place, the soundtrack, the main theme for A Quiet Place is beautiful because it's just this slice of life feeling. It's just like, life's cool, we're here. Dang, that was a lot.
That was just beautiful.
Soundtracks is, I fucking love soundtracks, man, and music in general, but like soundtracks and classical music, because I don't listen. I was telling Matt earlier, like, classical music for me is no longer like Michael Giacchino and John Williams and Hans Zimmer. Like, those are current day, like, master composers.
Yeah,
and
they're just
like,
doing it for an image.
For an image, yeah. And it's like, and even on its own, it's phenomenal. So like, having grown up within the classical, that's how I got to where I am today with soundtracks.
It's funny because a friend of mine who's also a musician, he told me that I think it was Pearl Harbor, which I think Hans Zimmer did.
I'm very sure he did.
Yeah,
I've never seen it, but I'm very sure he did.
The Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
He said that was the first soundtrack he listened to before he saw the movie, and he said that was the first time that like I pictured the movie that I ended up seeing.
Nice.
And I kind of want to do that with something sometime this year. I don't know what.
You should do it with Tenet, because is Hans Zimmer doing the music for that, or is Michael Giacchino?
I think no, it's Hans Zimmer.
Okay, because I knew someone was trying to get Hans on something, but he was doing something else. So he's doing Dune, right? He was supposed to be doing something, and then because he was doing something else, he couldn't do the other thing, and I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either.
My voice sounds really freaking deep right now to me. My coworkers are like, "You always sound like that." I'm like, but no, I feel like it's as I get.
You were listening to NPR.
You've been listening to NPR with Matt and Jeremiah. But yeah,
I'm trying to think. There's a piece of music I showed you this. I made a short film about it.
Yes.
Obviously John Williams is the sound. If I had to have a soundtrack to my life, or at least to my imagination, it's John Williams. And it's a piece. It's Binary Sunset from the original movie.
Okay.
And I get emotional every time I think about it and talk about it and hear it.
Nice.
But it's when Luke, like, he just had the argument with his uncle and he about staying on for another season, and he walks up and it's like when the twin suns are setting.
Yeah.
That music is such a big thing for me, because that's the last night he has as an ordinary person.
Yeah.
And that's the night before, or that's the last sunset he sees before everything changes. And the music reflects that. And I did a little short film. I'll link that in the description too, where I do my own interpretation of that. Yeah. I shot on Jekyll Island, sunset or sunrise. It looks great. Thank you to Nicole Lewis for helping me with that.
It's beautiful.
But thank you. And it's amazing to me because like I'm writing another screenplay right now, and I have like songs in there, but I also have score in it too, which is really fun because it's just like I have a piece from King Kong where it's like you've seen the Peter Jackson King Kong.
I've not.
Right? Really?
No, I've never cared for King Kong until that King Kong.
I don't know if you'll like the Peter Jackson one because it's really long.
Because I tried to play the video game and I was like, what the fuck?
I love the video game.
I hear it's really cool. I kind of wish I did play the video game all the way through. But I only played the demo at Walmart, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. It looks really intense.
It's like Call of Duty, and then you get to play as a giant monster.
Oh, really? What?
Okay, it's first person. You're playing as Adrian Brody's character. Nice. All the actors are voicing their characters.
Hell yeah.
You go through Skull Island. You have to survive. Like, you run it. Ammo's scarce, so you have to use it carefully. There's animals that come and attack you. You have to get sticks and use them to fight shit off. And then it'll go from that to, like, you play as Kong.
Nice.
And you fight T-Rexes, and then you have to save her, and then you have to fight other things. It's
cool.
fucking awesome.
That's cool.
But the Peter Jackson King Kong is one of the reasons I want to make movies.
Nice.
And there's a piece of music because the whole thing is the plot is that they are shooting a movie. They're going to a foreign location to shoot said movie, but what the director / producer doesn't tell everybody is it's an unexplored.
Oh, I know the story of King Kong. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is so they're shooting some of the movie on the ship, the Venture, which that's why I named Raoul's boat.
Gotcha, the Venture. Yeah.
Is they're filming like a scene while they're sailing or whatnot. And there's this amazing piece of music called A Faithful Meeting that plays. And it's by James Newton Howard, who did Atlantis. He did the first two Batman movies.
Yeah, he did a lot
Dark
of stuff.
Knight and Batman Begins. with Hans Zimmer, and he's done an amazing bunch of stuff. But like that music, that's in there. You know, it's like capturing that emotion. It's just like I don't need it to be told to me what it is through the lyrics. It's like just let me experience it.
Yeah.
Another one is one of my all-time favorite soundtracks is The Road by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis. And there's a piece specifically at the end of the movie called The Beach. I used it at the end of my World War II movie. I've used it in various things. It's that sound. I love how minimal it is. It's just piano and maybe like a little bit of a violin or a cello. It's
and that's what I love about the Quiet Place's main track.
It's just a piano, isn't it?
I think so, but I think there's like a piano and one other thing.
Yeah.
But it's just that it's so minimal. It's just like, well, this is peaceful.
The Last of Us is really good too.
The Last of Us is really good too.
Minimal.
Yeah, it's very minimal. I forgot about that.
I think me and Lane talked about The Last of Us. We should have him on and do another music episode. Where we bring this up to him. But he's talking about with The Last of Us how, you know, you're able to convey such deep, powerful emotions with this relatively simplistic, kind of out there kind of music. But what was it? My favorite soundtrack from all the Marvel movies since the first Captain America, because Alan Silvestri did it, and it sounds like an Indiana Jones movie, and I fucking love it. But is Michael Giacchino's soundtrack for Doctor Strange.
Nice. I don't know.
That's the only, other than Captain America and the Avengers theme, that's the only theme I remember from any of the Marvel movies.
I don't remember almost any of, like,
because they don't have anything
Killmonger's,
consistent.
Like, his is really cool because that's Ludwig Nelson. Or is it Nelson? Ludwig?
It's Ludwig. I can't remember.
Ludwig
he does
Nelson's,
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he does The Mandalorian.
And he did Community, which is hilarious to me that he's now an Oscar-winning composer.
Well, I know Iron Man's theme.
Iron Man has multiple themes. Which one do you know?
That's true. It's from the first movie.
That's Pacific Rim that you just did.
No, they sound super alike. But
the melody you just did.
That is very much
Rim.
Pacific Rim. I'm glad you caught that. Holy crap. Yeah, there's very, very, very close. But it's almost like...
I like the theme in the first one. I like nothing against the composer because I think Brian Tyler's amazing, but I did not like the Iron Man 3 soundtrack. Do 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 do. That's the only one I remember.
I didn't remember that.
Well, it just, to me, it doesn't, like, my thing is, it's like, keep themes. I grew up with John Williams. When Darth Vader walks on the fucking screen in Rogue One, you hear Darth Vader's theme. You know, the Force happens, the Force stuff. You know, I know I'm just referencing John Williams, but it's like when you hear a theme, you know the character. Or it's just like you can't. And this is something Marvel has been horrible about, is they change the fucking music every movie. Because Patrick Doyle did the first Thor, and it's one of the best soundtracks I've ever fucking heard.
Well, I was gonna say I don't remember what soundtracks from a Marvel movie I've actually fully listened to, other than like Spider-Man's theme. The fucking last theme from Endgame, which is beautiful, on the porch, and then the other one where like
I'm gonna ruin the porch one for you.
Why? How?
Listen to that, and then listen to the theme from Castaway. It's the exact same thing.
I've never seen Castaway, so ha ha ha.
Oh my god!
I still have that shit, bitch. I need to watch it.
Well, Castaway came out in '99.
Yeah.
Or 2000, and it's the same composer. That's why.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Alan Silvestri.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
but he also did Back to the Future.
He also did Delta Force. Damn, not Delta Force with Larry the Cable Guy. Delta Force with Chuck Norris that came out in like 1970 something.
He also did Predator.
Pretty fucking dope. What? I didn't know that.
Predator. Dang. He did. He's done, I think, most, if not all, of Robert Zemeckis' movies. So like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Forrest Gump. He's done all of that stuff.
Nice.
But that's the only thing. Like, it's like what I love is like the one Portals, where it's like all of them coming at the end of the game. That gave me chills, that's especially really like good. How I didn't know this. This is something that's just fucking genius to me. About Alan Silvestri is apparently with Endgame, you really notice it with when they do the Avengers logo at the beginning. It has half of the instruments. That was fucking genius.
That's really good. I don't even remember.
But when the Portals, but the whole thing with Portals is like that's when all of the instruments come back. Oh snap, son! It's amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
the entire soundtrack.
And think about like when it crescendos right before like Cap goes Avengers Assemble. You know that's like it's building and building.
I need to go and listen to the entire soundtrack.
I want to just watch that fucking scene again,
dude.
Because I got chills when that like.
I was like, I don't know if I was crying at that point.
When did you cry?
So many times. I don't even remember.
Nat got me.
I was like, cool. I know she has a movie coming out.
I love her though.
I know.
Ever since Winter Soldier, I'm like, she's awesome.
At some point, There's an interaction with. When does Tony and Cap know? Freaking when they go back and Tony sees his dad and Cap is like running around the island, and like that's when I think I first started crying. Whenever Tony,
when he had the dad conversation.
When he had the dad conversation, because I was like, fuck. And then like that was so good. And then somewhere, I don't remember. I was crying like a bitch. It was cool.
You know what didn't get me, but I loved it when Tony died.
Yeah, I didn't
cry because it felt earned. It was a heroic death.
It was a heroic death. I don't know. I still feel kind of like. I feel like that was a little bit of a letdown for me. Not that he
really. I wanted somebody to fucking die.
No, not that he died. I just feel like because he did like so many different takes of like whatever he said when he died, and they chose like I Am Iron Man, which it's great. It's great. It is a plus. But I also was I want a little bit more, and I feel like when he was dying and Gwyneth Paltrow, fuck Gwyneth Paltrow. Like I like her. She's cool.
I like her as an actress.
Yeah, I like her as an actress. I don't give a shit about her as a person. But like I like her as an actress. I just feel like it wasn't that her being there wasn't as emotionally like charged as it should have been for me. Like him and what's his name? Him and fucking Peter. That was great.
That was like when they first get reunited.
Yeah, I wanted a bigger thing with Cap and Iron Man, like as he's dying. I wanted a bigger.
I wanted them to do the deleted scene where they all like took a knee.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that was
amazing. I
don't
know why they didn't do that, but yeah. Mickey Mouse.
I love the Mickey Mouse, but I loved the There's one thing I wanted, and nobody else, and it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, as you know. So there's a bit right before in the third movie, right before the final big battle, and where they're essentially just creating a diversion.
Yes.
So Frodo can destroy the ring.
Yes.
Aragorn, who's my favorite character in those movies, he is basically become king again. He's become king of Gondor and everything, and he's in this amazing costume and everything. He's got his sword. It's the reforged sword that killed the Sauron, the evil guy, or the Dark Lord in the prequel or in the prologue or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're at Mordor. He's given this big, rousing, badass, heroic speech, trying to basically because they're all being surrounded. They're gonna get fucked. It's literally like this is not a winning battle. It's a diversion.
Right.
He turns around and looks at Gandalf and all the other members of the Fellowship who are there. And he's got one tear going down his eye. Not in a cheesy way. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And he just whispers for Frodo. And then he is the first one to charge straight into the orcs. And then everybody just starts screaming and charges behind him. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I made a meme about this I put on Reddit.
Nice.
But you can't beat Avengers Assemble. You can't.
No.
But part of me just wanted like it was because of her that they were able to do it. I kind of wanted Steve to turn around and just be like, for Nat.
Yeah. No.
Just because it's cool. Like she's the reason they were able to do that.
Yeah, she is the reason why we're here. Yeah.
She's a fucking hero, and she earned it. She
definitely earned. That was fucking earned for sure.
Like she's just like I love her line where she's just like, I've done so many terrible. I can't remember the line, but it's like I've done so many terrible things. Let me do this right.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, I hate this, but yes, you're winning this. But I'm trying to think what would be a good note to end on.
I don't know. We've spanned over a lot.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's dark, but we spanned over a lot that was kind of dark. But always know that the sun will come up in the morning. Look deep into yourself and find the goodness in you. Face the monsters and the demons inside, and you shall set yourself free.
Why do we fall?
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck! I totally forgot about that. That's such a powerful thing, dude.
That's the best part of those
movies. That is one of the best part of those movies. And
Michael Caine's performance.
Yeah, Michael Caine. Oh, that.
I'm sad we didn't get a full real thing with Jeremy Irons
because I feel like
he was so great.
He was so great. I feel like you really would have gotten that father-son relationship with Jeremy and Ben, and I'm so frustrated that we didn't get to see that because that's what Michael Caine and Christian Bale were able to do, and it was so just that. Why do we fall? Damn.
And another somber thing to put out, but did you hear what about the article where Ben Affleck talked about the real reason he left the Batman?
No.
It's kind of heartbreaking. He's promoting his new movie The Way Back, which I really want to see.
I'm excited for it.
because it sounds like he's putting a lot of personal shit into to rest with this, and I love that kind of shit. I've done that stuff before.
Yeah.
But he basically said, I showed the script for the Batman to a friend of mine, or a close friend of mine or whatever, and he said, or they said, this is great, but I think if you try to make this, you're going to drink yourself to death.
Oh, damn.
And that makes me really sad, because apparently the whole Justice League like reshoot deal really fucked with him, and that's really took the wind out of his sails for wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was already battling alcoholism and like all the other, going through his divorce and all the other fucking shit. So it sounds like, as much as I would have loved to have seen a standalone Batman movie from him, I'm okay with it.
It's better to have the person than the...
it's like, I mean, I don't know him personally, but it's just like, you know, in a way, he gave us both our first film jobs. And it's just like, I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, because I'd rather have the person than the art, you know what I mean?
I'd rather have the director of Argo and The Town and the co-writer of Good Will Hunting going out there and making some badass shit than putting on a cape and cowl.
Yeah, for sure. Because then you can create so many other stories that are untold and new and shit. Like, yeah. And
the silver lining, I think, is that he got Matt Reeves to be in charge of the Batman.
Yeah, which is
I think we're in for a treat.
Oh, we are.
I really think we're in for a treat.
We definitely are. I like that. Bring it back full circle.
Yeah.
I like it. Daniel, thank you for calling in. That was awesome. More people should call in. Call in. Let's talk about your...
Yeah. Call in again, or the Common Sense... Well, I'll let you do it since I did the first plug.
So, you should call in to the Common Sense Hotline at 770-609-9026.
One more time.
One more time?
One more time with the number.
Let's do 2 more times. 770-609-9026. And if you didn't hear that, 770-609-9026.
And there it is. Yeah. Just call in, suggest topics. It was cool that we're getting to bring the audience into this.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. That's why I'm like, just more people should call, because that was fun. And then this show becomes the Opie and Anthony show. We just take calls all the time.
I love that you know who Opie and Anthony are.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my god, because my mom used to listen to them all the time, and I used to listen to them as a result. I didn't quite know what was going on most of the time, but
and
it was so cool. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. Yeah, no, that's what we're turning this into at this point.
So where can they find you, Jeremy?
You can find me on Instagram at Parkourgeek. That is PARKOURG33K. You can also find me on YouTube at A Token's Take, and that is ATOKEN''STAKE. You can also find me on Facebook. My name is Jeremiah Stevenson, but if I don't know you, I'm not going to fucking add you.
Bam. And I'll make sure by the time this posts, which will be this coming Friday, if your Sonic video is up.
My Sonic video should be up by midweek, because it's supposed to be up this past Wednesday.
If it's up, there will be a link to that, as well as the Common Sense version.
Yeah, and so the Common Sense version is the longer version of what my YouTube video is going to be. Mine is just like a short, edited, cut down, kind of has some flair shit for the YouTube channel that I'm doing. So we're just making content and making as much as we can with one thing.
And also, Jeremiah and me both have access to the various Common Sense social media.
Ooh. And I'm actually going to get on Twitter, so y'all should send some questions even on Twitter. Start some discussion. I will start the discussion, but hit us up. We be active.
Hell yeah. And then you can find me at Art of Matthew on Instagram, at The Art of Matthew on Twitter, and Matt Coleman on Vero. And here we are. Thanks for listening.
Have a week! The following audio presentation is property of Lake House Creative, LLC. Any reference to copyrighted works is for review and commentary purposes only.